Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready for my throat to just start sounding worse and worse because we're on recording number 3 of the 5 I have to do today. It is another high-level Marvel Rivals ranked cast. Just so you know, because I'm recording a load of these in advance, today I'm recording these on the 16th. So this and the 2 videos after this will both be recorded on the 16th because I am not available on every day until Monday after this. So, what do we have for you today? We have, on the red team, we have Blaziken, who has substituted for many top teams, including Yoinkanda at one point. And on the other side, we have the crazy Raccoon triple stack with Hayan, JT3, and RIPASUKO. Some of the best players in the world right now. Crazy Raccoon had an insane run during Marvel Rivals Ignite, eventually coming third, 1 spot away from going to those mid-season finals. But they're still some of the best. They took a 3-2 versus the eventual winner. Sorry, a 2-3. They did lose that game against the eventual winners of Marvel Rivals Ignite Asia in the form of Rejects, and took a map off of Gen G as well. They are a very solid team. They even beat Gen G in the upper bracket earlier on. This team is absolutely cracked. And of course, this is a ranked game, so we have a couple other people filling in the numbers. That's a Jeff coming in from sigamode. Sigamode? We're going to go with sigamode. Either way, let's introduce our players. On the left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue trunks, it is going to be sigamode playing the Jeff. Gonna move? Or gonna swap? We'll see. We have Jitward, who we've already cast a little bit earlier on. They are playing the Spider-Man. iMaxSouza, they will be on the Invisible Woman. Crazy Raccoon's Hayan will be playing the Human Torch. Crazy Raccoon's JT3 on the Thing. And Crazy Raccoon's RIPASUKO is playing the Venom. A very aggressive lineup for them. And on the right-hand side, on the attack of not Central Park. Why am I completely blanking here? Midtown, there we go. We have Blaziken playing the Phoenix. We have ERI Olle on the Doctor Strange. The Hybrid 247 was on the Groot, swapping over to the Thing. Dr.Taintss, they are playing the Magic. Doki, they will be playing the Loki. And AyeItsLevyy will be playing the Lunar Snow. Jitward on this Spider-Man, joining up with the rest of their team. And immediately getting the pickup onto Dr.Taintss as sigamode on the Jeff is just going to be spamming at the healing from the back. We don't see Jeff a lot, but honestly, when you have a big group of teammates, that piercing healing can really stack up your numbers. And they're going to be able to get a huge amount of healing output and a quick pickup at this early stage of the game while keeping their dive-heavy frontliners nice and healthy. Also, team up with the Venom. If your backline is in danger, you can actually get a fairly reasonable amount of healing. It's really hard to actually do because if your team disengages from you, suddenly it's useless because there is a tether distance limit. But it does have some potential as Hayan taken down by Blaziken, who is in the back line, very heavily flanking. There was a portal for the setup. Spider-Man coming on in, and that's going to be the pickup. Ollie keeping their team zoned down. JT3 with the re-engage to try and zone them away here. Jeff currently all alone. Has the It's Jeff. Are they going to commit to going in for a big dive here? Feast from the Abyss to buy a little bit of extra damage. And here comes the It's Jeff. Picks up 3. Can they make it to the point where they can throw them off the map? Or are they just going to try and isolate them here? They're not going to get to the edge, so they go for the isolation, dragging them way back into their team's backline. Kind of splitting the team in 2 here. Rensong Inferno comes on out, clobbering time from the backline as the Hybrid is diving back in. Ayamagamoto with the follow-up from the Thing to try and burst off through with the fate of both worlds, keeping the team top up. Jitward fighting in a nice closed area, but is still attempting to duel this. They've got the team up from the Human Torch. So they just need to wait for that regeneration domain to expire. And also not get pinged out by Blaziken is still landing shots left and right here. Saiga go for the team up, and you can see how quickly that heals up the Venom. Keeping them teamed up, a little bit of a speed boost with the bubble as well. It's going to force the Thing to back away. Now both the Vanguards lined up in a row. Yamamoto into the backline from JT3. Jitward has had this ultimate for a while. I don't think they've used it yet. Grabs the map heal. Comes on in to the backline, looks for Blaziken, pushes on in, goes in for the spectacular punch. Things trying to dive on in. It's Jeff, comes on in, grabs two of their own allies, tries to use it for a disengage. It's Dr.Taintss. Going to be pinged out of the sky by Hayan, tries to win the duel, but Hayan comes out on top. Clobbering time comes out from the hybrid, takes out Souza. Blaziken continuing to just ping away at any targets. Big damage onto Asuko. Trying to burst on through with the Beast from the Abyss comes on out. You can see that healing over time from the Cosmic Flames from Phoenix. Keeps them topped up. Fate of both worlds for the commitment to the engage. Pushing on in. Fate of both worlds about to expire very shortly. Jitward still holding on to this ultimate. This would be perfect. They're kind of all grouped up. They disengage. The patience here. Yamamoto comes on out. Ensong Inferno into the backline. Takes out Souza. Saya keeping the team topped up. Hayan almost charged up on that supernova. Jitward, where's the ultimate? Will they use it? Overtime going to be coming on in onto Blaziken into the point blank with the extra blow up from the Human Torch with that burning tracer. And there's the spectacular spin to burst on through ERI. And now it's just all about trying to take down the thing. Hybrid so hard to finish off Dr.Taintss onto the Ultron to try and keep him topped up. But the healing output was only a little bit of time. Nice dash to buy a couple extra seconds as the Fate of both worlds comes on out from AyeItsLevyy to give them every extra second they can. Tiger could try and pick them off the point here with that. It's Jeff. If they can just wait this out for long enough to try and get them all grouped up, don't give them time to reinforce. Overtime beginning to take on down, and they don't even need it. Strange comes on in. It's Jeff on the bus to remove Strange from the point, and that will remove the overtime and get the holds there. 126 meters, 38 centimeters, 0 points on the board as the team swap sides. The triple stack working especially well here. Let's look at the stats. 8 final hits for Hayan, with 13 KOs for Jitward, 7 of which were final hits. That's Spider-Man working quite well here. Spider-Man Torch. It's a good setup. Damage output, of course, the Torch doing extremely well, but Asuko on the Venom is actually going to top out the damage numbers here. With 17k damage blocked, which is the highest in the game, 9k damage done, which is the highest in the game, Asuko on this Venom is topping the numbers here. Very interesting. We'll have to maybe stay on them a little bit more this time. I am curious. A little bit of extra DPS here. Working out quite well. Doggy going to be swapping over to the Winter Soldier as Dr.Taintss going to be picking up the Rocket Raccoon. AyeItsLevyy moving over to Cloak and Dagger. A little bit more classic sustain here. Moving off of the Lunar Snow though. No Fate of both worlds here. Vanguards both on the flank right away here. Asuko going to be moving up, seeking anyone who might be out of position. Frenzied Arrival, not going to really land on anyone, but immediately just hyper-committing to the diving onto the backline. Takes out Dr.Taintss! What is this, Asuko? Swings out, looks for more! Another Frenzied Arrival from above, turns onto the front line to try and take out Doctor Strange. Burst through them to see if they can just get another pick up. Those melees bursting through the shields onto the backline. Frenzied Arrival onto the Cloak and Dagger, forcing out the Dark Force teleport. Forward and disengage. They see that Phoenix in the back line. They're pushing on in. Spider-Man with the assist. Jitward is taken out by the hybrid though. But Asuko just piling on the damage here. Finally go for the disengage. But that card's almost there already. The aggression, the pressure coming out from the blue side here with the players of Crazy Raccoon. Blaziken will spot them. Saiga with the heal. Asuko dives back in and is just relentless, overwhelming pressure here. Ensong Inferno comes on out. We're just going to retreat back to the main point. Gets taken out though. Blaziken with the pickup. Going to get dove by Spider-Man though, just trying to stay evasive. They can dodge the Tracer. They can take the fight. Clobbering time comes on out. Beautiful shield. Is it enough? Blaziken, no, they are taken down. Eternal Bond from Levy to try and buy the team a little bit of extra sustain, but they have to run back to the point because everyone else is getting taken off it so quickly here. Asuko returning to the point. Little outnumbered here as their team has finally been wiped out. Symbiotic Resilience and a quick swing for disengage. The Jeff Venom seems to be working out quite well. We'll have a look to see if Saiga's healing is keeping up with pace here. It's Jeff into the back line, grabs both. They're close enough to the edge here. They might be able to just take him off the edge or into Spawn. And looks like Spawn is going to be the name of the game. Goodbye. Blaziken and Ollie both taken down. Asuko just melting through as best they can. Here comes the internal. Clobbering time comes on out. Battle Rebirth, Beacon, and Cosmic Yard Amplifier. Dr.Taintss, the BRB stays up, not being found yet as it's sitting a little bit off to the right here. Focus down, and they are going to just be absolutely picked off, and no one came back. No, AyeItsLevyy was revived at the BRB in time before it expired as they get the Eye of Agamotto off. ERI keeping the team topped up. Jitward flying into the backline to take out the strategist. They've got the Burning Tracer on him. Not enough for the finishing blow. The healing output working very effectively here. Bast Ascend coming in here as Dogi swapped to the BP, and they're giving everything they can to try and defend this. Just trying to maximize the damage output. Asuko, relentless pressure from the high ground, just trying to deal with everyone gets hit by another Terror Cape to try and zone them away. Just keep the damage output high. Dropped low. Symbiotic Resilience is going to be used out here to give them a little bit of extra time as Speaks to the Abyss to try and burst on through. But again, Cloak is just so mobile. Catches him. Takes out all the strategists. All three healers are down. Blaziken, Ensong, Inferno to buy extra time. But they are going to be blocked out by Spider-Man here. Meaning they don't hit anything. Get picked up. And now it's all about that Black Panther who's trying to buy a couple extra times. Levy's trying to buy the time. Ollie's trying to buy the time, but there's no one left. And that's going to be 1-0 as distance is exceeded by the blue team. Definitely one of my more messy casts. A lot was happening there. Hayan. Taking the MVP, 12 final hits, 14k damage, which is matched by both JT3 and Asuko. The Vanguards playing that hyper-aggression, able to keep up here. 25k damage blocked for Asuko. Just not enough damage to keep them still, to stop them from just diving in over and over again. Let's look at that healing. And yeah, Saiga actually tops the healing numbers with this team up on this Jeff. 20k healing. Got taken out 5 times, got 2 final hits, 9k damage. Honestly, just a very impressive setup here. On the other side, 15k damage is the top in the game for Blaziken. 7 final hits, 12 KOs, getting KO'd 8 times themselves. Top damage blocks, we already mentioned, goes over to Asuko. Top healing, we've already mentioned, goes over to sigamode. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed today's cast. Remember, you can support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing, ringing that bell, buying me Strepsils or any other throat sweet, because good lord, would be very helpful. You can also help if you want your name shouted out at the end of episodes. Potential behind the scenes from LAN if I am allowed to do so. And of course, early videos whenever possible. Sometimes obviously life gets in the way, but whenever possible, I try to give you all early videos. Then you can become a member by hitting that join button. And when you do, you will get your name shouted out like these lovely people here. Big shout out to Odium, Arso, Doki Poki, and John. If you have become a member after the in-between the 16th and the 21st, then I apologize that you haven't had your name shouted out yet. That is because I am away and these videos were all recorded on the 16th. Check in for the Rivals Esports recap. If you did become a member during that time, that should be the day where your name first appears. Excuse me. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have had a good day. I need to find 2 more casts to do, but for now, I'll see you all tomorrow.